Everybody, it is Jillian, host of the Blogger Genius podcast. I'm founder of Catch My Party, Milo Tree, the pop-up app that I'm sure you've seen on lots of blogger sites, and our new product called Milo Tree Cart. So I wanted to pop in today just to say hello because I haven't been here in a while, and there is a very good reason for that, and that is that we all had COVID at our house. And so because I have an autoimmune disease, I went on to that antiviral called Paxlovid, and it was great. And I was better in like 5 days. And then I felt really good for about 6 days. And then I got this thing called the Paxlovid rebound, where all of a sudden I had COVID again. So I have COVID right now. So I'm still back. I'm starting to feel better. I am back in my house. I mean, I'm still now stuck back in my house. So I haven't been out in a while. I will say that part 2 COVID, so this most recent one, was worse than part 1. Again, both of them not horribly bad, but just kind of a bummer. You know, I was over it. My husband and my daughter are totally over it. And all of a sudden I got hit with it again. So that was kind of a bummer. Anyway, so I wanted to just pop in and I want to see if I am live in my Facebook group because I always yes, there I am. Okay. So good. This is working. And I'm going to take off my glasses because I don't need to read anything. So I just wanted to pop in to talk about my most recent my podcast episode that went live last week that I thought was really good. I interviewed this guy named Josh Elledge, and he's one of these people that sells these high ticket products like coaching and stuff. And I've always been so curious to know how people really do it. And also we talked a lot about pricing and selling. Because as you know, with Milo Tree Cart, our new product, it is all about empowering you. It is a tool, simple tool to help you sell digital goods to your audience. So for example, if you have like 5,000 Instagram followers and you have 1,000 email subscribers, you can be selling products, digital products directly to your audience, like a paid workshop or a membership, coaching, for example. We are going to be rolling out digital downloads, but you can use Milo Tree Cart to actually sell digital downloads. You just deliver them through your email service provider. And I have to say, I'm watching people have tremendous success with this. And especially because, as you know, online business is constantly changing. One thing that we can do is really develop, I call them your super fans. And one way to do that is through paid workshops and then funneling people into things like coaching, products, membership, that kind of thing. But you own that relationship and you can sell to these people over and over again. So yesterday, for example, I helped these 2 wonderful women set up a paid workshop, and they have these huge social media presences and huge email lists, but they've never been able to really put the pieces together to set up just a simple workshop to get their audience engaged with them so that they can solve problems directly for their audience. So that's the whole idea. But anyway, so back to my podcast episode with Josh. So I wanted to share a couple of things. Here are the secrets to selling those big ticket items. The first one is you need to cultivate relationships with those people so that your clients become like part of your network. And once you can kind of crack into that network, you continue to provide value for those people. Like, it's not going to happen where you send an email to somebody you've never met before and they're going to pay you $5,000. Like, it just doesn't work that way. But if you can build relationships, let them, you want them to get to know you, to see that you're the real deal, to see that you can deliver for them. That's the first key. And the second thing is we talked about pricing, because I'm working with people setting up paid workshops, and how much do you do you charge for a paid workshop? And some people want to charge $10. And I am now, having talked to Josh, pushing people to charge more. Because you, again, want to attract the people to you who are willing to pay for what you offer, especially because you want to continue to sell to these people. You want to continue to build that relationship. So maybe it's not such a great idea to do a $10 workshop. Maybe what I've been helping people do, I need to drink because of the COVID, is set your workshop. I'm saying now the floor is $27. That's where I recommend you come in to try it out and see. And the great thing about My Low Tree Cart is you don't pay us a monthly fee. We take a 5% transaction fee from the sale. That means you can set stuff up and see if it works. And if it doesn't work, no problem, set something else up, go try to sell it and start there. And I mean, that's philosophically very important to us. We want you to use our platform to test your ideas, to charge more than you think, and see if people show up. Because if you can set these ideas up quickly and run through them, it's not like it's so much work. And one thing that Josh and I bonded over was our belief in courses, or not our lack of belief in courses, that courses are incredibly hard to create. They take a tremendous amount of time, and then you got to go sell them. And who knows if people want them. So that is something that I thought was really interesting. Okay, so his first piece of advice, you have to connect with the people who you want to sell to, those kind of wealthier clients, and you need to show your value. And then he's talking about this, which is, I say this to people all the time. You can find all of the information kind of in the world on YouTube, right? Like, you want to know how to do something, go to YouTube. The difference is that if you pay me, then you get access to me and my knowledge and a relationship and somebody who's going to be there for you. So really what somebody is buying is, yes, they're buying your, whatever they're, you're helping them solve whatever problem they're having, but also then they've got this resource in you. And that was the piece that we talked about, which is don't undervalue you. And that's what they are getting in this whole thing. So that is where the added value is, that they can ask you questions, get your advice, you help them and support them. So put a premium on that, because that's really valuable. Okay. Let's see. Wait. Nicole. Hello. Thank you for, it's so nice to see you here. And yes, if you want to set up, in fact, yes, I owe you an email, which I will get back to you on. But yes, I do have COVID, and that's why I'm behind on my emails. Okay. So then the next thing that we talked about was giving. If you're going to sell something that's like $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000, Josh is all about giving people a guarantee. So he knows his systems. He helps people get kind of build their influence. And so he has certain deliverables that he promises. And if he doesn't hit those deliverables for you, he will give you your money back. And I thought that there was something really powerful about that, standing behind what you believe in. And again, knowing that if people follow whatever your plan is, they should get a certain result, but not over-promising. Like, you need to be realistic about what you can promise and deliver, but then give people a guarantee. It's funny. So I'm helping people set up their paid workshops, and I, on our free sales page, which I'll show you that you get on My Low Tree Cart, you get free sales pages for all your products. I have a guarantee box, and I made sure we put that there. And I always say, use this guarantee box, because let's say it's $27 for your workshop or whatever. If somebody's not happy and they want their money back, you happily give it back. So guarantees are really good for this very reason. And the other thing that Josh and I talked about was this idea of testing your idea. And he went through this whole scenario of how he tests out these high ticket items by saying to somebody, building that relationship and saying, hey, I have this solution. Let's say it's $5,000. Would you be interested in that? And then to say, I'm building this out. So what I will do is I will offer it to you for $2,500 today. And if you will write me a check, then you will get access to me and we will do this and I will give you this guarantee. And this way he's able to test his ideas by getting people he wants to see if you're going to take out your wallet and pay him, then he knows he's onto something. So I am a huge believer in testing out your ideas. So for example, what I wanted to do was so this is my new podcast episode, which is selling big ticket items and how to do it. So the thing that was interesting, just as a wrap up with the Josh podcast, is a lot of times pricing is really random and it's arbitrary. How do I know how much an hour of your time is worth? You get to tell me that. You get to value that. And if you can deliver if you can solve a problem for me that's a strong pain point, I will pay you for that. So again, it's trying to find something that's a must-have, not a nice-to-have, where somebody will say, whoa, give me a guarantee that you can solve this, and I'm your person. Like, I will pay you. So when you're thinking about products to sell, do be thinking about things like, where can I provide the most value for something where they are struggling? Because that way there's room to say, guess what? You want this solution? I've got it for you. I'm going to offer you a guarantee, but I'm going to charge you for it. I'm going to charge you a price that I think is really that works for both of us. So I want to push you to charge more and see what happens, because somebody can always say no. I've told this story before, but we were doing a ton of brand work with Catch My Party, and I had a daughter. She was born, and it was like, my life was turned upside down. And I always joke that I became a really good negotiator after she was born, because I was so busy and I was so scattered and stressed about having a new baby that a brand would reach out and say, hey, we want to offer you $5,000 for something. And because I didn't care, and I was, my time was so precious, I would email back and go, no, we won't do it for anything less than $8,000. And I would press send. And what's funny is, because I was a new mother, I didn't have the time to obsess about that email. So before I was a mother, I would have thought about this and could I ask for more money? And what if this opportunity goes away? And I would have been so up in my head about it. Instead, I would press send. I would not remember that I had sent that email. If the brand ultimately bailed and never got back to me, I wouldn't even remember. So I always joke that I became this incredibly powerful negotiator when I was too distracted to second guess. And to be honest with you, I don't know how many opportunities never came back to me because I wasn't even keeping track, but I felt much more powerful to be able to step up and do that. So I want to push you and really encourage you to see what happens when you charge more, to see if a brand will come back to you and say, okay, and to question whether it's worth it for you to do it at a lower price. Like, what is your minimum? And when you do a paid workshop, to maybe make the floor $27 and attract people to you who will pay that, who will be more serious, because we value what we pay for. Okay. So, product update on Milo Tree Cart, which is so exciting to work with you and to help you build out this whole other part of your business. So I just wanted to show you one thing that we offer. So let me go back to my dashboard. Here we go. Okay. Here is what it looks like. So this is the back end of, I've set up a product like a workshop, and this is my free sales page. So it's a template. And all you have to do is take this text and replace it with your own text for your, say, workshop. And you can put your date, and we've got places to put the benefits of what you're offering and a little bit about you and what actually is going to happen in this 1-hour workshop. And this is how and here's your money back guarantee. And if I save this and I go over here, I've got a sales page, and here's what it looks like. If you can see this, here's what it's looking like on mobile. And honestly, it can take you, 10 minutes to fill it out and to have a sales page that will sell whatever it is. So we have sales pages for workshops, for coaching, for memberships, for kind of regular products and services. It's a really powerful platform because it is so easy to set up. You can set up a product. All you need to do is put a name and a price, and then you have this optional sales page. And one thing that's very cool, here I want to come back. One thing that's very cool is we offer a 14-day for a workshop, a 14-day launch calendar where I've already pre-written templates for you for emails, for social media, templates for Canva, all the stuff you need to launch it and go and sell it and test it. So the other thing though that we are talking about, okay, so you can sell right now workshops, memberships, coaching, and anything else that you can imagine. But here is, and if you want to do a workshop, because I always believe that's a really great way to start doing this, you can get my free workshop idea worksheet, because maybe you're like, I want to do a workshop, but I don't even know what it should be about. Go to milotree.com/workshop idea, and you can download this free, it's kind of like a little worksheet, and figure out what you can sell in your workshop. But here's the thing that I wanted to share. Oops. Nope. Let's see. Nope. All right. I don't know where I put it. Oh, this is it. We decided, my designer and I have decided that we want Milo Tree Cart to be fun, to take the pressure off, because again, you're not paying us until you make sales. So this is really about experimenting and playing around, and you can't break the platform, and you can add as many products as you like and as many sales pages for free. So we wanted to make it less serious and to give you a platform to go be creative on. And that is really something, when we step back, we thought, how can we help female creators create without all of the pressure that a lot of times we as women put on ourselves to make it perfect, to not feel rigid. Like, let's say you go out with a workshop and see if people buy it, and to not feel like your sense of self and self-worth is on the line. So the product here, Milo Tree Cart, is a fun product to play around with. So please go to, and let's see if I have it as I switch around here. Go to milotreecart.com, create a free account, go add some products. Check it out, go test it. And we're here to help you. So if you want to work with me for free, for me to help you set up your paid workshop or your membership or whatever it is, right? Wait for it. Here we go. Email me at Jillian@milotree.com, and we'll get on a discovery call where I'll ask you what you're thinking about, give you some ideas. I don't bite. I find this so fun to do. So please email me, Jillian@milotree.com, and we'll talk about it. All right. I am going to head off just because I think I need to lie down for a little bit so that I can feel a little bit better. But I really just missed being here and popping in and saying hello and talking about my most recent podcast. So today, I went live with a podcast with my good friend, Elisa Meredith, and we are talking about a very cool SEO strategy. And I'll be talking about this podcast next week. But just to give you like a little taste, it's a new strategy called surround sound. And the idea is you want to figure out how to get your business, your blog, you want to position yourself on the internet where people are already talking about what you offer. So it could be where people are talking about your niche. People are talking about the products that you sell so that you can be added to other people's content, like a roundup post, let's say. And if your blog fits in that roundup, that you try to reach out to get your content where people are already searching. So like a perfect example, doesn't quite relate to bloggers, but like refrigerator sales, maybe like you sell refrigerators or you sell a certain kind of refrigerator and there's a blog post of like the best refrigerators. Well, you sell a very special kind of refrigerator. You want to make sure that you're in that roundup, that your refrigerator is there because it's offering something great and people need to know about it. That's a really weird example, but you kind of get the gist. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope to be better next week, and reach out to me at jillian@milotree.com if you want me to help you start selling digital goods. I believe this is a game changer for so many of you. And if you are intimidated about technology, that's why we built MiloTree Cart. It is not for like bros, tech bros. It is for people who just want to solve problems easily for their audiences and make money. So that's the whole gist. Super simple. Go to milotreecart.com and play around. Set up a free account. See what you think. And let me know, because I want to be getting feedback from you, because we built this for you, truly. So that's all I want to say. Have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon.